Hi everybody, Cash King here, and in this stock pick session we're going to be analysing Ideanomics, which is a EV and Fintech company which has some exciting things happening this year. So don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to support Cash King investing, and let's get cracking with the stock pick session. So Ideanomics is a global company which has its headquarters in New York, and it's basically split into two parts. So they've got Ideanomics Mobility, which is all about facilitating the adoption of EV vehicles, and they've also got Ideanomics Capital, which is focused on emerging fintech solutions. One of the exciting things about Ideanomics, which sets it apart from its competitors, is that it has acquired a number of stakes in some quite exciting companies over the last few years. So I'll delve into a little bit more detail in these later on in the video, but you can see there's a number of companies which come under the Ideanomics umbrella now. The market capitalization of Ideanomics is currently sitting at around $1.1 billion, and their share price is $2.82. Earlier on in the year, the share price was approximately double this, but it has taken a bit of a hit recently, along with a number of other tech stocks. If we take a look at the daily chart for Ideanomics, we can see that for the last few weeks the share price has been declining. Overall, the share price is still up year to date around 40%. And you can see on the volume that it's picked up, majority of it is sells, and the RSI is quite low, indicating that the stock is currently a little bit oversold. So if we take a look at their latest filings for their financials, it presents a bit of a mixed picture. We can see that in 2019 their revenue did take a bit of a hit, and according to their balance sheet, their assets are going up as well as their liabilities, but according to some recent reports, there is reason to believe that they're sitting on in excess of $400 million. So what these figures don't show is that they do have currently a lot of cash at the moment. So now let's look at some of the Ideanomics family and look at some of the recent acquisitions they've completed and what companies they hold a stake in the EV world. So their most recent acquisition is a minority stake in Energica, which is an Italian-based high-performance electric motorbike company. They've also got a stake of around, I think it's 23% in Solectrac, which is a company which specializes in zero-emission, climate-friendly electric tractors. They've also got an interest in Treeletrik, which is electric mopeds and is based in Malaysia, I think. And they've also acquired wholly the Wave company, or a company called Wave, which specializes in inductive wireless charging for medium and heavy duty vehicles in the US. A key development which a lot of Ideanomics investors are currently eagerly anticipating is the launch of Medici Motorworks, which is set to bolster the company's electric vehicle presence in the US. They're going to specialize in specialty EV heavy duty vehicles, and a lot of people are anticipating that there's going to be an announcement about this definitely within the first half of this year, possibly around Earth Day in late April. Although there was talk of this happening within the first 3 months of 2021. Ideanomics CEO Alf Poor recently said that while Tesla may be the Apple of electric vehicles, Ideanomics is set to be the Android, which gives us an indication of what their vision is as a company and where they see themselves going in future and where they sit alongside market competitors. In terms of the fintech side of Ideanomics, there's 5 companies to note. I've listed them all on the screen now, but I'll just run through a couple which I think deserve a special mention. So one is Liquefy, which deals in smart contracts converting illiquid assets into digital tokens. And we all know there's been a lot of media hype and investor interest in digital tokens and their interplay with the blockchain. And Timios, which looks to be a company which is generating a lot of interest and potentially a lot of income for Ideanomics, and is actually expanding quite rapidly. So what are some things we can look out for in terms of Ideanomics and their companies in future? I definitely think the launch of Medici is something to note, and when this happens, I think there'll be a rise in stock price. And I think the spreading and adoption of wave technology would definitely be a key driver for the company in terms of their expansion and future revenues. Also, I just wanted to note there's some involvement from a couple of billionaire families in the company in terms of the McMahon family, which you might know from WWE wrestling in the US, and the Wu family from China. And also, if we look at the share price of a couple of competitor companies, which are Neo and Blink, we can see that there's a lot of potential for the share price to increase this year into next year as well. And the EV space is definitely hotting up, with some similar companies trading at a lot higher share prices than Ideanomics currently is, sitting at around $2.8. And that's the end of the stock pick session. Thank you very much for joining me. What do you think about Ideanomics? Don't forget to leave a comment below on whether you'll be investing and what you think of the company. Please, of course, do all of your own research before making any investment decisions. And please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel to support Cash King investing. Also, I'll be linking some articles in the description box below for some further reading for those of you that want some extra homework.